My grandma raised 13 siblings in one little house, one bedroom, one little kitchen, and everything was back then was in the fields. We picked cotton to make money, and my dad actually only went to third grade. He had to quit to go work out in the fields. But the thing was that my dad always said, "You go always tell the truth, never lie." My grandma was always into the stories about her native,
Yeah.
but only to the grandkids or to the family members. And it was a quiet thing. You couldn't really say nothing at all back then, back in the 50s and 60s, because that was a big no-no. Uh, there was no such thing as Indian. They were all gone, disappeared. Were Mexicans. We were given a name. And my grandma's name, as she was never mentioned her true identity, her last name, because she couldn't. And to this day, I really don't know. Maybe my dad does, but Hernandez. They gave her Hernandez. Her Apache name, and
Her
all
Apache
that.
name.
No, and if she does know it, she took it to the grave. But she was an Apache, and she was proud to be an Apache, but only to a certain point. She couldn't really speak out that much of what we're talking about now, because back then was different than now. There was a lot of prejudice in life. They will look at you different. They will not believe you. They will look at you different. They won't even talk to you. There will be a lot of changes in her life, and she didn't want that for her kids. She wanted just to leave it alone and continue on with life. She was a single mom, raising 13 kids. I mean, come on, man. I mean, she was our queen. She was my queen. Be quiet. Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. That's what she'll say. Don't say nothing, because you're gonna get us in trouble. I said, all right, we won't say nothing more, Grandma. We never did. I was a Mexican. There were certain like friends, uh, classmates, and they will confront me,
Right.
and because I had all of this was shaved off, clean, and go, you're Indian, man. I said, no, I'm not, man. I'm Mexican. I'm just like you, Bato. What you talking about, man? What's up, carnal? you know. But I never did say nothing about who I really was, even though I should have. I just didn't feel like it wasn't the right time to do it. I didn't really take pride of who I really was, because I was really like brainwashed at the time, and even though that I knew who I really was, I just couldn't adapt to it, because I was already surrounded with a lot of Mexicans, but got to find out all the ones that were around me, they're native also, but they don't know, and some of them do now. We didn't feel we felt out of place, or the whole years and years and years out of place, and only because we kept that dark secret with us. And my brother and I said, it's time, man. We just got to get out of this deep hole that we're in, this dark tunnel, man. We just got to bring it out. I think it's our turn now to speak out for our father and our grandmother, and that's what we're trying to do right now. We're trying to really express ourselves as who we are and where we come from and who are our ancestors, and how to follow the religion of the ancestors to keep the tradition going. And I'm trying to learn myself. I'm learning as I go.
Yeah.
First, it starts with family.
Yeah.
So I got my daughters. I got my grandkids. I got 13 grandkids.
Just like your grandmother had 13 kids.
Exactly. Well, check that out, man. I didn't even know that. Whoa, what's up, man? Wow, that's cool. That's right. Yeah, man, that's sweet. I'm gonna remember that one. But yeah, I got 13 grandkids, but I started with them. When I started this family, I started with the family first. When my wife got into it, of course, she passed away um, January the 2nd of this year.
Yeah.
But we have also the bloodline that she fed through to my kids and to my grandkids. That's her blood. So I'm following that she's still alive with me in my heart, because that is our blood, and I got to keep it alive. I can't bring it down because she will want me to move up.
Yeah.
She wanted me to make something out of the Native American who we are really are, and start with the kids. So that's exactly what I'm doing as I speak to you. But her life was she was also like me. She was a Hispanic, raised as Hispanic, and uh, actually I got a picture when we were little, me and her, and it was I've known her. She was 4 years old, 3 or 4. I was 7 or 8, and I got a picture together, same town. We raced together. We went to school together. Uh, she partied her way, I partied my way. But a couple of years went by. I saw her, fell in love with her right there and then. And I even told her, I go, I'm falling in love with you. So I'm going to marry you one day. And we did. So we never spoke about our native. We always said we're Hispanic. Even as on our birth certificate, on my daughters and all that. That's what they put it on, Hispanic. So that right there it's killing me, man. It's really hurting me in my heart right now because that's not who we are. This is part of what I need to do to make it right, to be recognized. And my wife, she was there at the end. She was getting into knowing her culture of her native family and ancestors. So she saw me and my brother doing some homework, and she kind of like, I gotta get into this also. But and then she passed away. She passed away, man, and she didn't keep it. So now it's my turn to follow it, and I'm gonna make it happen with you and me and my family. We're gonna make it happen for her because she was a nice woman. She was she had a big heart. She had a big heart, man. So this is for my wife, Olivia. That's what I'm doing it for. And my Native American friends. But my wife always wanted to know her native, to be more native of the culture of who she is. But when she passed away, I didn't have a,
Go ahead.
I didn't have a, man, I thought I had some here.
Sorry, dude.
I thought, I, she didn't have the, she didn't have no time, man. She got cancer, when right before Thanksgiving. 2 days before Thanksgiving, I got diagnosed with stage 4 cancer, and it was already all spread all over her. So it was a shock to all of us. Huh? To this point, to this day, I still don't feel it that she's gone. I'm not accepting it, and I should, but I can't. She wanted when I started wearing to represent myself. I represented her at the funeral, all Apache. I went all the way, and there was families there that were impressed, and there were families there that were mocking me. My own family, they were saying, "Oh man, you're just a Mexican." I said, "Bro," he goes, "You were more Apache than I am. You just don't know it yet, but you're gonna feel it, and when you feel it, you're gonna have to apologize to me. I'm gonna let it go." I feel that it should have been done a long time ago. But knowing that now we're at this point, it's never too late. I feel like it's my job now to do it, to help San Patricio build himself up with who we really are. And that's what we're trying to do. And my part, I feel 100% that I feel comfortable where I'm at here in San Patricio because here's where it was all at. Mesquite trees are here. The deers were here. No, everything was here. Everything was here. It was here for thousands of years, So this is everybody's land. This is really God's land. That's what it is. Why are we playing games with each other of just they know, we all know who we really are, and be recognized. And I know there's other ones around here, Native Americans, that are fighting for the cause, the truth. And we're one of them also. We're trying to just boost it up a little bit more.
Yeah.
So maybe somebody else can hear us. If they can't hear us, at least they can feel us, feel our pain that we're going through right now.
Right.
We're going through some pain because it's not that we're used to it. It's just that we're tired of it. So now I say I'm a Native American and I feel good.
Yeah.
And I feel proud. I feel proud of this land. I mean, I'm not mocking nobody down, because whatever is built here is built for a reason. But also, who recognizes all this? Who did all this? We all did. All the families, Native Americans, Hispanics, Europeans, we all communicate, we all adapt to this land in the world, in the United States. Back then, you couldn't feel proud. You feel angry. But now, is that we adapt to that point, that we're comfortable with all that. All we need now is just to be recognized, man. That's all we want. Believe it or not, on my phone, I got nothing but Native American pictures, all kinds. I'm not talking about just Apache, I'm talking about Native Americans everywhere. So, but I'm hoping somebody can hear me or hear us, that we're crying already, man. We need some help.
Yeah.
And for all y'all Mexicans out there, what's up, carnal?